Welcome to Pullman, Washington. Martin Stadium, home to the Washington State Cougars, and the anticipation is running high on the Palouse. The Bearcats will kick it away to start us off. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. So the Washington State Cougars offense is on the field for the first time today. And here he comes, guys, the man who makes everything go.
Everything in this offense is built around his ability. He's got such great field vision. He's got it all, man.
He is must-watch TV. Let's not get it twisted. People show up to this stadium. People are watching back at home because of this guy right here.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Washington State will have to boot it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And they'll mark the spot on this one just outside the 40-yard line. The Bearcats offense has the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
On 2nd down, will they go back to the ground game? They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, they went QB designed run, but there just was nowhere for the quarterback to go. Couldn't go outside. There were just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything positive. They lose it.
Looking to throw for it. Gets it out quickly. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Man, the offense got away with one there. That was supposed to be a running back screen. Instead, the quarterback threw it somewhere else. And with all the offensive line running way down the field, they're lucky that wasn't a penalty.
The Bearcats have it with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Had to get rid of it quickly. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Here's the handoff. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
And here we go. you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down, they've got it at the 40.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
It's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Handoff from the gun. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
Runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
3rd and short coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. It doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
They think there's room to run to the right here. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and Sam Houston has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. They're testing the right side here. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
From the gun, running back gets the give. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Wazoo!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Give to the back. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. He's looking downfield to throw. And the pass is intercepted. And just an outstanding return. Takes it back to the 7-yard line.
Really tough on an offense. 3rd and long. It's tough to, you know you're passing the football. They know you're passing the football. I'm going to rush the passer. I'm going to drop back deep, make you throw the ball underneath. But, you know, quarterbacks also want to force that football and try to get that first down. He does there, and that's why he creates the turnover.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Washington State. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, David.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly. It's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball carrier. You saw it on that play, getting a tackle for loss.
Fires on the run. Wide open, he makes the catch. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
Defense, what are we doing? You can't miss that guy. How are you going to leave the big fella wide open? You can't act like you didn't see him line up. You know where he is. You knew coming into the game he's a weapon. That had to be a coverage bust.
Wide receiver shows motion. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. After the misconnection, it's 2nd down. Pulls it and fires to the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense, it brings up a 4th down. And the Bearcats decide to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Everybody talks about getting off to a great start, but if you start building steam, David, that can work too.
No doubt, man, and sometimes it snowballs. But what do great teams do? Great teams respond. Struggled the first quarter, Palmer. They've done a great job rebounding and putting some points on the board.
You're right. I think they've started to identify the matchups that are in their favor. On this drive, they need to keep attacking, taking advantage of those matchups.
Tackle is made after the first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
On this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They go right back to it. Really tough run there. He got 4. That'll leave him a yard short on 4th down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. They'll try it on the ground. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. I'll admit, I wondered if they were just lining up to try to draw them offside.
Me too. Whenever you line up in your own territory, you're thinking, oh, they're just going to draw me offside. A lot of times, by the way, it's the defense that kind of relaxed for a second. But you can tell they had a plan ready to go. They knew they were going to be aggressive.
They'll throw it on first down. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. He finds his man, and he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Just enough time for one final play in this half. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's looking deep. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And the defender is tackled, and that's... out the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Cougars will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you...
Fires into traffic, picked off. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington State. They've got the lead trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he did the pick 6.
Hey, and these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but defense, great job making the interception, and you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
He'll toss it. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. And the Bearcats will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Maybe that stop is a good sign for this defense. Maybe the defense is starting to figure it out. Obviously, offense has been running the football with so much success. Something has to change. That was a good start.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them...
The ball's free. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game, because that hit is what caused that fumble.
The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for in a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Caught over the middle. It's Green. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Give to the running back. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Makes the grab. It's Brown. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football.
And he's got it! Touchdown, Sam Houston! Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
And he made the extra point without problem. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. This time they need to take care of the ball and maybe extend this lead, David.
And I think you got to look at the positive, Reese. You still got the lead. Now take care of the football. Put a nice drive together, Jesse. You don't have to stress. We're still winning.
I feel like they think that player for player, they're the better unit on the field right now. They just got to make more plays.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
That's the end of the quarter, and Washington State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. Power football with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Washington State sends out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. He's looking to throw it. Makes his connection. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Wide open downfield. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives them the ball at the 29-yard line.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
They want that clock to run. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Right back to the well. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? And he's brought down after a nice gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the ground, he's got it again. He's knocked down in the backfield, he'll lose a couple. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. This is a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Try to get it on the ground. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down, if you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Oh, and he drops it on the crossing route on 1st down. He knew that defense was bearing down on him. It'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, and he looked like he had the opportunity to secure that, obviously open over the middle of the field, but you know how that works. Middle of the field, more defenders. Am I going to get whacked?
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Man, that's crippling, because offensively you had to do something with the football, make a play. You fumble the ball, put on the turf. Defense recovers. With this deficit, ball game over.
Excellent field position here for the offense. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. The offense coughs it up. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
And ball security is job security. You give the ball to your running back. You give the ball to your playmaker. You expect him to take care of the football, especially in these situations. All we're trying to do is run clock. Get that thing. Get out of here. We got the lead by 2 possessions. Try to find a way not to do what we just did. That's a horrible turnover.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the right. He's got it. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. He's going to pass. Caught in the backfield. It's McKinney. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. Looking to pass on second down. Gets rid of it. Got it in the middle. It's Green. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. And they spike it and get the clock stopped.
Is incomplete. It leads to second down.
And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do.
Welcome to historic Nippert Stadium, home of the Cincinnati Bearcats. And they've been playing football here since 1902, and the fans are ready to see their team take the field. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll be stopped, but good work there to get the ball out to the 37. So Cincinnati's offense will get the first crack at it here. There he is, the man who makes everything go, and they believe they're going to score every time they touch it when he's on the field, Jesse.
He plays with unbelievable confidence, Reese. Always knows where to go with the football. The entire playbook is at this guy's disposal.
Yeah, which is so much fun for a coach. So much fun to play with him. A guy that can do everything. Everybody on the field is active in a weapon.
And the Bearcats want to move quickly. The hand to the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming. When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 Conference. Since they've expanded, the quality of this conference has gotten so much better. So, David, big challenge here to make sure mentally your mind is right starting the season off today.
Yeah, I mean, to make your dreams come true, it starts one game at a time, the old cliche. But the Big 12, year in and year out, so many different teams that can beat you. So many different teams that can put points up on the scoreboard. Got to start fast in Big 12 play.
And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. So the TCU Horned Frogs offense will try to get something started with their first possession. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time to get rid of the football. That's a big matchup in this game.
Well, and that's what I love about this guy, because he affects the quarterback whether he gets to him or not. He knows he's there. He's that kind of good coming off the edge. Let's see how this QB performs under pressure.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They go to the ground. Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. On the run, it's Palmer. At the 45 on his way. Got a lot of running room. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
Man, I'll tell you, you just can't quantify how much this guy has meant to his offense running the football. Leads the nation in rushing yards.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! After that, there might be a few extra tackling drills in practice this week.
Listen, and when you only got one guy there, it makes it really hard to get to the ground. You need a swarm. Where are my other guys? You got to get 1, 2, 3 more guys to the football and make sure you get them on the ground.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Boy, he wasn't far from taking that one a long way as they get him stopped on the return at the 45. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical.
And they're on him immediately. Down goes the quarterback.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Throws to the wideout. Oh, he just flat dropped it. He had the ball and didn't look it all the way in, and it'll be 4th down. The Bearcats will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll field the punt. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They'll get this drive started from the 29. The give to the tailback. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And still a few inches short of the sticks as they come to the line for 2nd down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Oh, he's so hard to get on the ground. He's got room. Give him 109 yards rushing. He continues to impress as he leads the nation in rushing. The Horned Frogs getting set on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try the middle. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the 2nd. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. They run into a bit of trouble here, 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. Don't convert on this 4th down, there will be questions about passing on the field goal try. And the Horned Frogs will keep this drive going.
4th and short, a lot of times you know what's coming. I know what's coming. Who's going to be more physical? They give it to the running back. O-line does their job. Nice pickup on 4th and short.
This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And the defense is going to have more plays like that. He has had a ball game so far, running wild all day long. Defense finally comes up with the stop. Maybe get a little momentum here.
Over 100 yards already in this game. So if I'm on defense here, I'm adding more guys to the box, anticipating that they're going to continue to give this guy touches today.
And the field goal unit will stay put as the head coach decides to go for it on 4th down. They'll try to pick up the first. The Horned Frogs get enough for the 1st down.
That's a risky play call there, 4th and a couple of yards, and you turn around, you hand it to your running back, you say, my guy's a better athlete than any of yours on defense, and he's going to find a way to keep this drive going.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football, but when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, TCU!
TCU.
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
And he makes the extra point. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And it's caught from inside the 20, and here he comes. Maybe if he could have eluded just 1 or 2 more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build. What a snag by the defense. Going the other way, and he's got room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Well, the defense was able to get to the QB, and I think that's what really creates the interception. Because of the pressure and because of the hit on the quarterback, it affected the velocity, it affected the accuracy of the throw. The defense comes away with a huge takeaway.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we're just about ready to go in the 2nd half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They open this 3rd quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the 2nd half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. They'll open the 2nd half on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, these running backs have all kinds of success. Now we're getting later in the game. We've got to make sure we get some stops, get the ball back to our offense.
Try to get it to the edge. At the 35, he's loose. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one, Reese, that this team was going to try to use their speed and take advantage of it, and they did right there. Nice gain on the run play to the right.
Found plenty of running room in that defense. They've got to find a way to get there, make the tackle in the open field.
Yeah, and they got to do a good job with their eyes, finding the football. And they've got to get a lot of bodies to this guy because he is fast.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You can't let the same guy beat you over and over and over again. You got to make adjustments. Sometimes you got to bring more guys in the box, more guys to the football, and make sure he's not the one who beat you.
sticking with the running game and finding enough space to get 8. It leaves them with a 4th and 2. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. The give on 4th down. Tackled after picking up the first down.
Goodness gracious. That's 3 for 3 now on 4th downs. That's just, it's nuts. I don't think you're going to make a living on this. I don't think you're always going to make this happen. And defensively, just keep trying to get them to 4th down. You're going to get a stop on one of these plays.
They make the stop inside the 25, working closer to that red zone, a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage will be the 24. On the ground, it's Palmer. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Hand off from the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Runs through a tackle. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And here comes the field goal unit. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. Splits the uprights, it's good. And now the lead is even bigger. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn...
Hit the gas, kid! Wide open ahead. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after a big play up top. The Bearcats come to the line in the hurry-up. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Still looking, on the move. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
It's now 2nd and goal.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. A 4th quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change the looks. Got to score the touchdown on 4th and goal. It's incomplete, and the defense makes a stop and gets the football back. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'll be interesting to see what happens here on the 2nd drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. And that ball's free behind the line. Oh, the offense averts absolute disaster by falling on that fumble. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Trying to pick up a first down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Trying to get the edge on the toss. Only able to pick up a yard before he stopped, and now it's 4th and 3. And the Horned Frogs will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay up there.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on the good things you do this week so that you're out executing at a higher level the next time.
Pulls it in. It's Clay. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Wants to fire on second down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions. This throws toward the end zone. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on 4th. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And a great job by the linebacker. You can tell, starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there on the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time.